guys, welcome to my newest video for today. For today's video, I have a new series that I would like to attempt to do this year, and that is watching as many first-time viewings as I can in 2026. So, I have a habit of not getting as a lot of first-time viewings in, and I would really like to change that this year. And I thought it would be fun for a video that every 5 first-time viewings that I do, I can just do a sort of a quick wrap-up and give my general thoughts on the movies. And yeah, just sort of just to see the type of first-time viewings that I'm doing and what I think of them. So this first one is the first-time viewings of 2026. A lot of them are 2025 releases with the exception of one, because I am playing catch up with some 2025 movies still, because I missed a whole lot of them, especially like the last 3 months of 2025. So that's why there's so many 2025 releases in this batch, and probably the next few batches as well. So the first one that I have is actually one that I missed out at the cinema back in April, and I only just got round to it this past couple of weeks, and I watched Until Dawn, which I've never actually played the video game, and I didn't really know anything about it other than that it was a time loop movie, but for whatever reason I didn't go see it at the cinema. I'm actually glad I didn't see it at the cinema, because this movie was a lot freakier than I thought it would be, and I knew the general premise, like it was a time loop movie. They were sort of stuck in this one location and they kept getting killed and it would reset and everything. I really enjoyed this. It was very creepy, very atmospheric, but it ticked a lot of boxes in things that I enjoy in movies, and that's like time loop movies, stuck in one location movies. And I was pretty invested in what was going to happen to the characters, and as I said, I've never played the game, so I don't know how accurate it was to the games. But as a movie, I actually did really enjoy it, and I ended up giving it 3.5 out of 5 stars, and I would rewatch this one again. It was, yeah, some of the scenes gave me the creeps a bit. It was, because I was watching it and I was just like, oh, this is actually really creepy. So, but no, Until Dawn, I was actually quite surprised by, so that was the first one that I watched. And then I have a couple of one movie that I bought digitally. And the first one is Roofman. So this was kind of on my radar back in October, but that was when I injured myself, so obviously never got to go. It dropped to $7 for a rental, and it was actually pretty decent. I'd only seen the trailers, so that's all I really knew about it. I didn't really know anything about the true story or that, but it was actually surprisingly decent. I thought Channing Tatum did a really good job, and it was kind of fun seeing him sort of live out in this, I think it was Toys R Us. I think that was the store he was hiding out in. The supporting cast was great too, because yeah, that was just like with a lot of the interactions, and yeah, just sort of how everything unfolded. And honestly, yeah, it was kind of crazy near the end, because I was like not expecting like how it was going to unravel. But this one, it was a decent watch. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. So that was Roofman. And then we have my most anticipated movie of 2025, and of course I could not get to it. And that was Wicked for Good. I absolutely loved the first one. I did buy this one outright, so I did spend a bit more money on it, but honestly I don't have any regrets. I enjoyed Wicked for Good. Not as good as the first one, but I think that comes down to Wicked as a general musical. The first act is so strong, especially ending on Defying Gravity. You can't really top that one. And Act 2 doesn't have as many memorable numbers and like how the story ends, and there's so many plot points and storylines that are in this one particular act, and yeah, it doesn't quite have the payoff as the first one did. But I did enjoy it. I still gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I thought everyone did a fantastic job. I've had No Good Deed on repeat because that's actually one of my other favourite songs in Wicked is No Good Deed. So I was like, okay, please don't screw up No Good Deed and we're good. So yeah, so I did enjoy it, just not to the levels of the first one. So Wicked for Good is 4 out of 5 stars. And then Tron Ares dropped on Disney Plus, so because that was another one I didn't get to because I think the week I got injured I was planning on going to the cinema to see it, just because it was school holidays and it was also race week at where I live, and like downtown was always going to be super crazy, so I just thought, you know what, I'll just wait a bit on Tron Ares and then I'll go to the cinema, and then I got injured, so it's like, go figure. But I wanted to like this. I really did. Like, the visuals were really good. And there was a cameo that I also really enjoyed in Tron Ares. It just did not live up to the first 2 movies. I love the first 2 Tron movies, but this one just lacked that charm that the first 2 had, and I really didn't care that much about the human characters. The only one who was trying was Evan Peters' character. No one else looked like they wanted to be there, so it was kind of hard, trying to stay invested and care about what was going on. I did like that we get some resolution from the character, what was his name? Dillinger from the first movie. I sort of did like that they followed on from that angle, but it was just really lackluster for me. I know some people do enjoy it, and honestly, good for you if you enjoyed it, but this one was not for me. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And I'm actually glad I didn't go see that one in the cinema after all. And then, for something a bit different, I have The Running Man from 1987. So this one I actually watched out of my own collection. It was one that I've had for a while, but there's a remake came out last year and I hadn't seen the original, so I went, okay, I want to watch the original before I see the remake. And it was interesting. It's a very standard Arnie action, 80s action flick. There's no world building at all. We just get a snippet of what the world is like, which is eerily close to where we are currently in real life, without bringing too much politics into my channel, because I try to avoid politics as possible. Keep this neutral. But yeah, it would be amiss not to mention that real life is kind of mirroring the events of a movie from nearly 40 years ago, which is rather sad. But this was a really interesting movie to watch, because obviously it was the 80s, it was a different time period. But they had such an interesting use of propaganda as a tool for, because they made, I can't remember what Arnie's character's name in the movie, but he was the fall guy for this event that went down, so everyone sort of hates him, and he's trying to clear his name, and we got all of this. So it was interesting seeing how they used TV for not just, it was entertainment, but it also was a really powerful propaganda tool. And no one questioned anything. They just took it at face value that this was what went down. So it was interesting from that perspective. And there was also one bit where I had to laugh, where I was like, okay, that's definitely an 80s morality thing coming through, when they were like, oh, this girl slept with 3 different men in 1 year. And now I'm just no one would blink an eye if you said you slept with 3 men in 1 week. So it's kind of interesting how perspectives have changed over 40, in nearly 40 years. So, but that line just made me laugh, because I was like, wow. That wouldn't even be a thing in this day and age. So I'm really curious to see how the remake handle sort of issues around that. But yeah, I I did enjoy it. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. I don't know if it would necessarily be one of my if I wanted to watch an Arnie action movie. I don't know if it'd be one I'd necessarily want to go back to in a hurry. But I didn't hate it. Yeah, I did enjoy it for what it was. I would have liked a bit more world building. But yeah, it was definitely quite an interesting, yeah, like a type of movie, because like, especially because in the movie, I think it's meant to take place in like around 2019, so like, or what their interpretation of 2019 would be. So, but I'm glad I did watch it, and I am curious to check out the remake when that gets to a good price. So yeah, so there we have it. Those are the first time viewings of 2026. So I'm slowly getting there, because I don't have a set goal for how many first time viewings I would like to get to. And these are also going to be non-cinema releases. So if I see a movie at the cinema, that will get reviewed under Tracy Goes to the Movies when that starts back up again. But yeah, this is everything that I watch either via streaming, like say rental, or it's out of my own collection. So, but I'm going to stop it here. Thank you guys for watching, and until my next video, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!